we back again. Yeah, we back again. We got Jamal in the house, family. Let me see you in the chat. What's up, Tiffany? Can y'all hear me? I don't be knowing if y'all can hear me sometimes. Sometimes I be thinking be somebody in the machine. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Uh-oh. All right. Michael Carter in the building. Let me get my brother back in play. I don't know what YouTube be doing. How y'all doing today, family? So as I said last night, I'm going to remain calm. I'm going to remain unbiased. And I want to see what Jamal is going to present today. I don't endorse or take no sides. You know what I mean? I take the truth sides. As I said before, the only side I take is the truth side. Y'all can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me good. Can you hear me good? Make sure y'all can hear me before. It ain't my show tonight. It's not my show tonight. It's Jamal's show tonight. Jamal says that he got the receipts to prove that Alli and Krystal Muhammad are bona fide agents. And so we're going to sit back and see the receipts tonight. But family, after these ones go up, I want to give you another one. Did y'all go over there and see the video by our sister Krystal Muhammad? Did y'all get a chance to see that? Just because we got so many ones, I want you to press 2 if y'all went over there to see that. If y'all went over there to see that. It's funny how people think that I send you to go to see that. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. But people think those numbers means an endorsement or support. When in fact, just like me, many of us are spectators. You know, those numbers don't mean support. We're spectating. We're looking at how something is flipped. You know, I sit there and listen to Krystal Muhammad say, and I'm going to stop saying her name soon. I sit there and listen to Krystal Muhammad said that I, on this platform, said I was calling the feds on Alli Muhammad. Wouldn't it have looked better if she had the soundbite where I said that? Wouldn't it look better? Like some type of credibility? He said he was going to call the feds. He was calling the feds. And then he got, like, let's get the soundbite, the same video. Get the video where I say it. Unbelievable. There's going to come a time real soon where they're going to run out that theme of he got 11 domestics. He's a child abuser. You're only going to be able to say that, but so much. Some going to believe you. But whatever the case may be, at some point, you're going to have to reconcile that you took money in a deceased brother's name. At some point, you can say all of that you want. But at some point, you're going to have to reconcile that you're walking people into the fire. At some point, that's going to get old. At some point, you know what was amazing to me? I get a call today or a text today from Ozone. And I thought Ozone was on the upswing. Ozone said to me that you calling everybody out, but you are domestic and a child abuser. I said, brother, did you go and read the file yourself? No. Did you go and read the file yourself? So we do got fools like that would listen to a YouTube stream with no receipts, no confirmation, and run back and repeat that. And these are the people that is supposed to defend our community. No checks and balances. No checks and balances. These are the people. It's sad. It's very sad. You know, as we doing these shows, you know how people, right, would say, man, they use the term, man, so-called white people probably look at us and like, man, look at them dumb Negroes, right? Family, when you really look at this, this is really sad. This is really sad. The sad part is, this all came from, I've asked a question, where do you know Ali from, and did you go to the funeral? This is very sad. You got 30 and 40-year-old people that claim that they are liberators for a people acting like niggas. Now listen, when I say pull up and I say Gucci Mane Jeezy, I say go read the story. The people that came at Gucci Mane, they wasn't going live on YouTube. I'll leave that there. I'll let that hang right there. Again, the people that pulled up on Gucci Mane, they didn't pull up like this. Gucci Mane Jeezy. But again, let me get back to my point. It's rather sad when you listen to the commentary. If you have patience enough to get through at least 30 minutes, that's all you hear is rambling. All you hear is crying, excuses, name calling, made up stories. I mean, I don't know where this stuff come from. They went so far to even say he's a carpenter, but look at his fence. Anybody catch that part? You should see his fence. My fence? Press one if y'all heard that part. He's a carpenter, but that's why he asked for donations. Look at his fence. His fence? I was like, my fence? I was like, man, this is ridiculous. My fence? For real? You gonna attack my fence now? My raggedy fence? You don't want me to show you the pictures when it blew down this past winter? Attack my fence, man. I said, this is where this going to. Oh my God, man. I was like, this is bad. This is really bad, man. Yeah. And then the guy working at the gas station talk about, I'm a real thug. That ain't something to be proud of. I'm on some real gangster stuff. I'm on my break right now. Brother, if you're watching today, brother, that's not gangster. You're not no gangster. You're not no gangster. You a god, brother. Don't claim that. It ain't slick. It ain't nobody scared. Don't claim that if you're watching today. Don't claim that. And we as a people, we need to stop claiming that. Come on, man. I'm a gangster. If somebody pull up to my house and guess what? They're live on Facebook, and when you do something stupid, they're going to be testifying against you. That ain't gangster. If that's gangster, I don't want no parts of it. Unbelievable to me. Working at the Shell, talking like a killer. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. At the end of the day, I live by the principles. You know what I mean? That man is not the body nor the soul. He's a spirit and a part of Allah. All of that tough talk don't mean nothing to me. But now, before we get to my brother, one of the most shocking things was to see Kendrick on there. It wasn't shocking to see Kendrick on there, but it was shocking to hear him speak in opposition or in the negative of me, when in fact, I opened up the platform to him and he allowed them to manipulate him and flip it and say that I needed him. It was sad to see someone that I felt, matter of fact, that I actually defended on this very platform from the chat. I actually defended Kendrick from those who wanted to mop him on the chat. And out of all the ones that was talking, I wasn't surprised because I know the character type. I wasn't surprised. But to see Kendrick try to formulate some lie to go with the rhythm of the stroke of the conversation just blew me away. Like he was struggling to make up some type of story to go with the rhythm of the conversation. Did y'all peep that? Y'all watch Kendrick on here. I said, this is madness. This is madness. Now, I know Kendrick probably think that I'm going to do an expose about him. I won't. It ain't that serious. I've already known that you like the spotlight, and there's nothing wrong with that if you need the spotlight to get what you need accomplished. But you don't use the spotlight. You don't use the spotlight for selfish gain. And when the light go dim, you find the next spotlight for selfish gain. That ain't solid. It just blew me away. I mean, everybody can see. Everybody can see that Kendrick likes the spotlight. Everybody can see that. That's not hard to see. All right, so while I'm waiting for my brother to come in, thank you, AJ Fraser. While I'm waiting for my brother Jamal to come in, this is what I want to say, and I won't mention Kendrick no more. So when Kendrick was on the show, right, and everybody here can remember when Kendrick was on the show, what I really liked about Kendrick is that he made us think about the intricacies in the Breonna Taylor case. And I believe that that's one of the things that we don't do enough is think. We don't think at the details. And he had the ability to do that. But soon after, we were hearing a remix of the same story of the Breonna Taylor case. You follow what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing new, which ain't nothing wrong with that. It wasn't nothing new, but it was being remixed over and over and over. Max said Kendrick is cool. Kendrick went over to Krystal Muhammad and made up some egregious lies. Even I hear he called me out of my name, unprovoked. I never provoked him. I never crossed him. I never argued with him. I never gave him any reason to feel that I was against him. But back to the point. The story was being remixed, and I'm like, at this point, it's really not something that I want to keep flipping over. It's not a story that I want to keep flipping over. Like, in reality, the next story that we should have been hearing is, when is the court case in the Supreme Court? Unfold the documents of the Supreme Court case. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, that kind of threw me a curveball. That kind of threw me a curveball because that was unprovoked. Now I can see Delta, we had back and forth. I can see those riding with Krystal Muhammad. I can see all of that. Whatever. But I brought receipts. I didn't provoke, I just brought receipts. But this guy, nothing. And had the nerve to tell them that he's trapped in his house. Had the nerve to tell them he's trapped in his house. And no Black Panthers. You know what I mean? No Black Panthers in his area came to help him. Why didn't he ask the same people that drove 1,300 miles, over 1,300 miles to Baltimore to come to Kentucky to help him? If he's trapped in his house by the police, why didn't he tell those same people on that live stream to come and assist him? It just makes sense to me. You say you've been trapped in your house for a few weeks now. In fact, we already know you was charged with a contempt of court, and you refused to turn yourself in for 60 days. Go do the 60 days, man. You refused to turn yourself in for 60 days and got a nerve to call me a B. Man, I'm telling you, there is no way you can survive in 4 walls with me. I don't care how you hold your hand. There's no way you can survive in a 5x7 with me. No way humanly possible on earth would you survive in a 5x7 with me. No way humanly possible. No way. And I got people that can vouch for that. Been there, perfected that. No way in the world. And I ain't talking about no gloves. I'm talking about a 5x7, concrete and steel. There's no way in the world. You, Ozone, a Delta, I'm talking about a 5x7. No gun, no knife, a 5x7. Steel bricks. Me and you. There's no way in the world. Put that on my mama and all my children. But you come out your mouth like that, unprovoked. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get right. But you know what? I understand how social media work, and I understand the sickness that we have as a people. So we're going to continue to pull receipts. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to pull receipts. You know, we're not going to. The Big Shirley jokes are good. But I'm going to leave the Big Shirley jokes alone because that opened the door for them to tell their jokes. But we ain't joking now. I'm going to still call you Big Shirley periodically. But we're going to bring receipts. We're going to bring receipts. We're going to bring people and receipts. Why nobody ever refuted the people yet? Why nobody ever do y'all notice? Press one. No one ever said that the people on the show was lying. And no one ever came with a countermeasure to what has been presented on the show. Press one if y'all seen that. Have y'all noticed that? Child abuser, child, what is it? Something else, living domestics, but no, nothing to dispute the facts. So they're going to keep doing that. They're going to run out. They're going to run out of win. And we got victim after 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 victim. I got so many victims that some of the victims probably think I forgot them. I ain't forget you. I ain't forget you in Michigan, sister. I mean, where Jamal at? Where he from? It's a whole bunch of people coming forth where Jamal from. I ain't forget you. Got Jamal in the building.
What's going on, family? Glad to be here on Morse World TV.
Jamal, where you from again? Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
You from Milwaukee, right?
Yep.
You know how many people reached out to me from Milwaukee without you?
Without
even you.
Right.
Without even you. Not a referral from you, but just reaching out. Not a referral from you. And what they don't know, they think me and you slap dab good.
Right.
I don't know Jamal.
Right.
I haven't seen him present nothing wrong yet. Or I haven't seen anybody to disqualify what he presented.
And they don't.
Listen, in the real world, I haven't seen him present something that I can disqualify as of yet. Not saying that day won't come, but I haven't as of yet. So with that being said, the just thing to do is give the brother the benefit of the doubt. Until someone can come forth and produce something solid, we gotta go with the facts that's been presented. That's how I move. You know what I mean? I go with the facts. Now, it's people in Milwaukee right now that have reached out to me from the beginning of this. People in Philadelphia, people all around this country has reached out to me. And it's so many of them that it may even appear that I have forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't. Trust me on this one. I haven't. I follow the spirit of the ancestors. And so when things come up, I feel the energy of it and then I flow with it and I just let it go. You follow what I'm saying? And so following Jamal, we have one of the sisters. We have one of the sisters that will be coming to the show. And this is one who in the beginning was telling me her story, but she said she didn't want to come on the show. And she said recently, I think I'm ready. Let me tell you something. That is thanks to all of those who came forward. To see all of those who have felt this nonsense, whether it was Mo Black, whether it was Tiffany, whether it was Alhambra, and all the brothers, our sister from Philly, I forget her name, but to see all of that, now the sisters say, I think I'm ready. So I want to thank all my guests that's opening the doors for those who was hesitant, that was possibly intimidated of the threats, whether it was the threats on their lives, the threats on their livelihood, or even just their safety of going out and about. You know, I want to thank the people that came before, because many people in the beginning didn't want to speak, but with all those who came before, that's right, Hanifa and Hashima, absolutely. Many of those that came before. I don't care what conflict that they had in the organization. These sisters came forth, and I'm pointing out the sisters. These sisters came forth. And now other victims are willing to come forth and share their stories, so no one have to suffer at the hands of predators, because these are predators. They preying on our people's desire to be free. Isn't that sad? Give me one more minute, Brother Jamal.
It's all good.
They're preying on our people desire to be free. Think about that for a minute. It's like in the hood when somebody's selling dope, we're preying on somebody's inability to overcome an addiction. And the more they become addicted, the more that we act like we big, high, and mighty as we begin to prosper off of someone else's death. That's the dope game. But this is something different. These people that join these organizations, they join with the hope of helping progress through or push forward towards liberation for all of our people. And at the back end, turn around and be victimized. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But with that being said, family, as I said, it's 10:05 on the East Coast. We got an hour and a half. Jamal Cannon says he is going to bring the goods.
No doubt, no doubt.
And show us what's going on with these people. And he's going to prove that they're agents, or he's going to show by the ponderance of the evidence that they're agents. And so, with that being said, Jamal, the floor is yours.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Morris World TV, man. Appreciate the platform for exposing this and helping me clean up the party, clean up the movement. It is a lot of good work being done out there. You just saw the Louisville RBPP, and we're doing a lot of good things to legendary Black Panther Party. We can't have these operatives and these enemies, bringing our name down. And it's just time for us to stand up. I just feel thankful that a lot of these queens that's been calling, they was calling me. We was trying to protect them, and with the LBPP, we was using a lot of resources trying to protect them and help them, make them feel good and safe. And I'm glad that they're getting the courage to step out, and we got your back. Anybody out there that's a victim, we got your back 100% with the legendary Black Panther Party. I just want to get that out there. We got your back. All right. What we're doing right now is we're peeling the top off. We're weakening the opposition. He's getting made, so we're weakening him, and that's what we're going to do. Now, I want to go into this right away to let y'all know that this man is highly trained a highly trained agent and operative. So I know y'all seeing him right now in somewhat of a weakened state, but at the peak of his powers, this man had access to she was forging documents. I wish the one queen that he kicked in the stomach could tell you about that deeply. She has receipts on that, on him forging, making fake IDs. He made fake paperwork against myself, other comrades in the party. Now, when I exposed him about that, that slowed down. That's why he has no receipts, because he can't make them up, because it's out in the open. What he would do is he would show behind closed doors to try to besmirch, smudge our name. And a lot of you guys, I got love for y'all, but y'all have to get an idea how he was able to sneak in. I want to show something real quick. We want to go into that. Just bear with me. We're gonna definitely get to the meat of it, but I want to give, because I see a lot of comments that was saying that, thinking that these comrades that you seen, especially the queens coming out, the brothers too, these is intelligent, real revolutionary. We wasn't suckers, man. All right, but if you understand how the party actually move, not these parties that's out here on the fake front level, but how the party actually move. I'm gonna explain how he was able to infiltrate. And let me go to this real quick. Now, a lot of y'all saw the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. If you didn't, make sure you see that. Shout out to Revolutionary Radio. This had a great interview with the great General Levita earlier, and Fred Hemp, Chairman Fred. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Chairman Fred was dropping some major jewels today. Major jewels. Let me see. I'm trying to click on this here. Let me see. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay, so my screen is shared. So I'm froze up. Can y'all see me? Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go to this right here. I'm gonna let the director of the Judas and the Black Messiah kind of give y'all a heads up. I'm gonna explain why this is going to show how he was able to infiltrate already successful, established Panther movements. So let's go to this. Let's see here. I think this is, no, that's not it. That's not it. Let's see here. I believe that's in there. Wait, I might have to go back to that. But that's my, let me go back to that, family. Anyway, we'll go back to that. I want to get right into some things off top. My screen is stuck. What is going on? Let's go here. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Get me on here. Okay, so let's review this real quick, family. So we talked about, I hope y'all was following along. If you're not, go back to the video of Who's the Agent, where I broke down the whole Cointelpro situation piece by piece. This is one aspect that was a very big aspect that we didn't go over. And I'm going to show you how both these operatives participated in that. Now, can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see the screen? All right, so FBI's plan to send forged letters to expel Black Panther Party members was thwarted by lack of stationery. So this is back in the day, they had to have stationery. You know, you couldn't just send emails and stuff like that. But basically, it said that the documents from the Federal Bureau of Investigation revealed that as part of Cointelpro, the Bureau once attempted to impersonate a redacted Black Panther Party official and forged letters to expel fringe members. So they always trying to bloody the name in Cointelpro or put people out there and make these fake false letters, but not due to any last minute attack of conscience. The FBI has simply run out of stationery. Now nowadays they won't have that problem. All right. So let's go and see some of the things that was done. Let's check this out. We're going to go to Alli and Krystal. In this situation. All right? We're going to go to that. Let's look at this. We're going to look at this right here. This right here is It's back in 2016. Basically, puts out a post on the new Black Panther Party page. Updated community and national alert: beware of false Panthers imitating the new Black Panther Party. Cointelpro, they always try to say the ones who actually is Cointelpro, when you research the party, is always the ones that's calling everybody else that, which they've been doing. Has infiltrated the Houston chapter of the new Black Panther Party. We have uncovered agents that came into our ranks that caused disturbances and intent to destroy the NBP's years of good work and serving. Blase, national chair formula. So you see this propaganda put out. They put out pictures. They put out this, whatever. That's them. We can go to Alli Muhammad. We'll go to him. He does the same thing. Let me see here. So in here, he has a whole article. They made up this page. The people organized against counterintelligence program. All right, so you see they're trying to call out what they are. Look, he has the nerves to even use Huey P. Newton, Dr. King, Malcolm, Tupac, and then puts his name after that. You understand? Like the propaganda, Flint exposing, we put as my name there, these different situations or whatever it may be. It goes on and on. So they put out these fake letters to try to so-called expose fringe members or ex-members or whatever, because they want to dirty the name of real revolutionaries. All those people, and hopefully some of those people from the come forward from the other situation in NBPP. All those people were not agents, man. They were doing real work. They had good, good records in the community. So they were not at all agents. All right. And we get situations like that, and you understand what it is. Now, before I came on this show, right, just like 2 days ago, I was sent a letter, like a cease and desist letter from an organization, whatever, I never heard of. I seen the brother on Facebook and never heard of. So I'm gonna go to that real quick. Let's go to that. And it was also sent to Tahaka Bay as well. So we'll go to that real quick. See here, boom. So it was sent to me. I don't know. I guess this is the chapter in London or something like that. Calls itself the EBPP. I don't know if the brother is not knowing and down with it or whatever it may be, but they was trying to basically tell us to stand down. So when we go to is sticking upon this point. Let's go to that letter. We'll pull that up. Let me see here. So it put urgent and confidential. See how they're trying to stress the importance of this. Salute comrades. Now I believe Alli Muhammad was behind this. This is a letter addressed to me and Tahaka Bay. It says this, please read and follow the notice thoroughly and carefully before responding. It is a notice. It informs you and it means what it says. The reason why you need to read it fully is simple. It sets out the process applicable to all parties above mentioned dispute. The following therefore removes controversy, blah, blah, blah. So they're talking about the allegations of being informed against the Black Panther movement have made against Jamal Cannon. They're talking about that during Morris TV. It's a formal letter. But basically we get down to it. And it got Krystal Muhammad in there as well. So they all behind this letter. And in the interest of the involved affected deliberations on the back. Now, this brother calls himself the elder, whatever he may or may not be. I don't know, but I never heard of this before. This is what it says. Look, all parties should stand down for further addressing the public. Now, how we going to stand down? And they steady making videos and pulling up to this man's house. They pulling up to this man's house. And this will sit after that happened. All right, it's no standing down at that point because the people got to get the information. All right, now let's talk about this right here. We're gonna go into the fake terror plots, things of that nature. All right, because a lot of y'all think that it's just the movies, it don't exist or whatever. This stuff goes on in real life. FBI terror plots, paid informants, tactics of FBI entrapment questions, and this is a whole article. If you read it, talking about how basically they set up fake movements. Even more shocking that the organization, money, weapons, and motivation for this plot did not come from real Islamic terrorists. It came from the FBI. Okay, now that's what they do. They fund these things. They do things of that nature. Now, when we go back, let's go back right here, right? let's go back. Now, I know Taka Bay already showed this video, but it was a key point I wanted to try to make that night. I couldn't get on, but I want to show y'all something about setting up these fake operations, all these terrorist moves, these fake terrorist plots. Let's go to this. Wait, let me get this. We're gonna watch it again. Then I want to go back and show y'all something that's very key. Let's kind of skip through it. Now, we all remember this part, okay? The part that we got into was her putting her hands up, but watch this. Slow that down. Let's go back. Watch the cops behind her. She doesn't even touch him. She, in fact, touches another Panther, and then puts her hands up. Let's watch it again. Just pay attention. Wait, I think I went back to. Where is it? So I'm sorry. Let me find this, y'all. Bear with me. It's a slow start. We're gonna get to the juice. So look, y'all saw that part putting their hands up, but let's go before that. Look, that cop just falls down, man. And then let's go a little bit before that. Go a little before that. Look who she's pushing. Look who she's pushing. She didn't push the police. The cop like fake fainted. She didn't even touch him. Look at that. Come on, man. So we already know that it was orchestrated. So that was in a situation where it was a fake terrorist plot. It was being orchestrated to get people arrested, get people in jail, get people get people on lists, on terrorist lists, and things of that nature. Now, when we're gonna get into this right here. So a lot of y'all understand. Let me see here. A lot of y'all understand. Y'all know who, if y'all been following the news, right? Y'all know who Enrique Torres is, okay? Now, Enrique Torres became the head of the Proud Boys in 2018, all right? He became the head of the Proud Boys in 2018. Now, if you study informants and operatives, a common thing that's done is their records are sealed. Okay, their records are sealed once they get down because they get protection from law enforcement. All right. So let's go and we're gonna compare, because they're talking about this criminal stuff that I did. They're not reading the fine print. I don't have no domestic convictions and all of this they saying. All the stuff they trying to say, all the stuff he's saying is BS. If you look, it's made up. I went over my criminal record on the last show, not the last show, but a couple shows ago. You can look me up. So let's go to this right here. We're gonna compare records here. We're gonna see some similarities. All right. Now, this is Henry Tario. Enrique Tarr, the guy who with the Proud Boys, everybody, I might be saying his name wrong, but let's go to his record. And we're going to notice it's nothing. We're going to go down to criminal information. At the time he became working for the FBI, you can look this up. After that, he committed multiple crimes after that, okay? That's already been talked about in the document. Let's go over this. So we see 1984. We see 1984. You know, we see these different dates. That was the one in 2018 we're talking about, all right? Nothing else. Nothing else, family. Nothing else. Look, let's look at these dates. 2005. So he went from 2011. He had a clean slate, literally a clean slate. That whole entire time he was the leader. Until he was basically able to do what he wanted. All right, and like they didn't. It was no repercussions to his punishment. All right, now let's compare him. Let's compare him with. Now, go back to the video that Tahaka Bay did. I can't do is look. To be honest with you, the first video I did and the one Tahaka Bay did after that on Ali and Crystal, that pretty much should have shut the door on it. We're just doing this to. This really ain't even necessary, to be honest, if you've been paying attention. But we're gonna do it anyway because they want to keep talking, and all they doing is digging their own grave by talking. So let's go up on here real quick, all right? Let's go up on here. We're gonna pull up this right here. This is Krystal Muhammad. We're gonna pull this up. She became the chair of the Black Panther Party in 2012. That late 2012. That video that was shown with Ali talking, that was in 2012, I believe. That was showing Tahaka Bay put out on the last video exposing Krystal. So we're gonna go into her criminal record. All right, now we all know Krystal was arrested multiple times after this date. But let's look what her record says. Okay, let's go. So we're going down to criminal history. All right, 1972. And look, this is another thing is you will notice as we get. I mean, that's a date of birth. I'm sorry, but these are the charges. 1993, Smiths, whatever. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going to 1996. I'm not going to detail. I just want y'all to understand what happens. You got this right here. This is 2012. This when she became the head chair of the Black Panther Party. A new Black Panther Party. At least her. I don't want to say that because it disperses the name of those brothers who really doing it. But that's when it happened. All right. Nothing past 2012, family. Nothing past the time she became the head of the new Black Panther Party. Nothing. I'll slow it down. Look, 2001. Nothing. And we all know a couple of them is in the paper. She was arrested multiple times after that. But nothing comes up. Nothing comes up. Now, after this is exposed, the feds might go back and try to slap a couple on there, whatever. But I checked this one, another one. Nothing shows up. Okay? Nothing shows up past that time. Record sealed. Sealed. And we know she did multiple crimes in that time. This is Krystal Muhammad, Krystal Sonia. Now let's go to Hubert Higgs, a.k.a. Dr. Ali, Millie Vanilli Dragonfly Jones. Same thing. All right? Same thing. Now, only thing that's on here that's recent, and let's pay, I want you to pay key attention to this because I'm going to show you what happened, why this is on here now, but it was not on there before, trust me. I'm going to show you this right here real quick, okay? So this is the one, the petty theft that's on here now. It shows up at that date. But let's go past it. I'm going to show you why just this one shows up. We know for sure. The brother Talib we all know he got arrested multiple times and had multiple confrontations with it. Both of them probably had about double-digit confrontation with the police. We can all testify to that. So let's go here. Same thing. Nothing past 2012, around the same date. Their offense, notice how close their offense dates are, okay? Nothing past 2012. 2000. Nothing past 2012. Nothing past 2012 when he became the chief of staff of the new Black Panther Party. Nothing. Record sealed. Now I know y'all saying, what about that one for 2020? All right, let's talk about. Let's look at the date. I want y'all to look at this date real close. I'm gonna tell you why they put that on there because Tahaka Bay already exposed the Wikipedia page, how they wanted to change the wiki, or he wanted to change the Wikipedia page, or probably his handler did it. Who knows? All right, so let's talk about, remember that date, 2020. All right, so let's go back here. Let's look at this. The reason they put that on there because I made him. Now look, the same thing he doing to his Hockey Bay, trying to get the page shut down. He got some of the posts put down or whatever. Let's look at the date. I'm trying to blow it up bigger if I can. I don't know if I can doing it like this, but September 16, 2020. Before this, I never came out. I was quiet, okay? I didn't really come out. I was coming at him privately. I had a lot of vengeance. I wanted to actually, do what it do. He had me put in jail. Had me try to get me assassinated. I'm going to go into that. This thing right here, check this out. When I put this out and exposed him, all right, it wasn't just this. It was multiple posts, and I had receipts exposing him. He was made, okay? He was made. When someone gets made, look it up. The feds do what's called burning. The reason why he curling up under Krystal Muhammad right now because he's burnt. He got made, and now she got made. She made her damn self. All right? She made herself. Now, that's not the start of it. It's a lot more. I don't even have enough time to get to all of it. If they want to keep, they don't understand, like, I only respond to them. If they shut the hell up, I wouldn't even, I just handle business how I handle it. All right? Now, look, let's go into this. Let's go into this. All right? That's not all, folks. That's not all, folks. Let's go. All right. Now, we looked at that. Now, we talked about assassination attempt on myself and other. I wasn't the only one. Okay, and then we're gonna get to my comrade they used to get the money. Okay, but let's just read why they're able to. This is the benefits that they get being the feds. Let's just pull this up. Go straight to it right here. The heart of snitching is the deal between the government and the criminal suspect. As we've seen, they had a criminal history, lengthy one. Ali had a felony that, a felony for a battery felony, fake identity, all of that. Some of those misdemeanors really should have been felonies if you look up the laws. So the heart of snitching is the deal between the government and criminal suspect, in which the government permits the suspect to avoid potential criminal liability or punishment in exchange for information. Now, we all know that. Now check this out. Their kind of criminal offenses, subject, the informant was high-level executive. They go to anywhere. So if they go on a high-level executive, they're going to definitely go to the top of the party. They were the top two position in the party, and Ali later on branched out and started his own party. Now they go and they're able to commit criminal informants. Now check this out right here. This is why it was so lucrative for them to be criminal informants. Criminal informants often continue to commit crimes while working for the government. Okay? So they're able to commit these crimes. Listen, they work for the government. As long as they get arrested. When they pulled up to Tahaka Bay House, all right, they was pulled up across the street. They was trying to provoke something because they get paid off arrests. Okay? Now, they run low on money now, but Krystal Muhammad, if you look up her assets, she has $1 million in assets with no job, not that many members in her party. Alli Muhammad, 600,000, no job, not that many members in this party. You can look it up, okay? They do this for money. They need a rest. All the situations we've been dealing with them, when we have to deal with situations, it ain't been them pulling up and doing no violence. It's been people getting arrested. Y'all heard the sister just talking about what they do. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why. We're gonna just basically go into this is for those who think Cointelpro ain't real. I mean, you should be by now. I don't know how, but it was a major event. Okay, what happened? The federal anti-terrorism operation in the wake of September 11. So when September 11 came, you got what's called the Patriot Act. It expanded the strategy of surveillance, entrapment. That's key because those armed march and all that they do, they try to entrap people in situations. That at home doing the Cointelpro program, okay? Now we're going to expand down. Let's just skip down. FBI shifts from now we're going to go down to right here, the black people. Against FBI investigations against so-called black identity extremists, okay? Black identity extremists targeting black identity extremists. Now let's go to this right here. because I'm going to go show a video from the armed march in Milwaukee. Okay, this is, I'm going to explain, you know, the shootout and all of that, because I think it kind of got muddy. But let's just look at this video real quick. It's not opening. There we go. Get it bigger.
Justice for God, Trey Hamilton, and all victims of genocide. And we here let y'all know that we will not be taken down without a fight. And we in self-defense, if you mess with one of our black Africans, we'll put a bullet in your ass.
Now check this out. This was his first time in Milwaukee. The reason I was talking like that to that truck, because that was a truck that had been following us at all our events and was surveillancing us. And I guess they finally got the balls to pull up. So I'm like, you know what? The hell with this, man. It is what it is. At that time, you know, I'm mad. I'm like, this or whatever. Now, that same truck, we're going to this. Now, after this march, right? After this march, a brother who is now deceased. A brother who is now deceased. Let me go here. A brother who is now deceased reached out to me, who was with Hashim Mazinga. So let's go here. He reached out to me. Okay. All right, rest in peace to this brother. Let me see here. I believe it's right here. Okay. I'll try to blow it up. Keith Muhammad. This was right after the march. He knew what was going on. All right. This brother's dead, man. So he had me call him, right? The brother told me not just about Ali, but Krystal as well. You know, he told me that they go around, you know, trying to set up these movements, and that they basically try to, you know, because y'all got to understand, the feds and local government is two different things. They don't care if you sue the local government. So it's like they hustle. They try to hustle and get lawsuits. And if they don't get the lawsuit, you got to remember they're getting paid for putting people on the list and arrest. Black Power Conrad, my name is Keith Muhammad, Central Region Field Marshal at MVP for self-defense. Please call me. All right, so I called him. And that was information disseminated. Now, after that happened, okay, now after that happened, this was like a little bit later. He had warned me about this guy. So this is when I had, now at the time, you know, Ali was still, you know, we were suspect of him. We was looking into him. I had other, when I say investigate, I'm talking about Panther parties, not no damn police. We was looking into him, but what happened was, you know, everything was moving so fast, man. So I was still in the party. This is me talking to him. I told him about that truck pulling up on me, okay? And I was like tripping. Now, those who want to say some here, I did what any of you would have did. If any of you have a gun or somebody pulls a gun on you, you're going to shoot. You don't got to be a big bad dude. I don't care about this. I got a kid going to college. I'm not trying to get street cred. You know, I got a kid going to college, man. I got kids. I don't care about that. We got a saying, street cred, leave you in the street dead. This is just what happened. It's just my life. So I'm communicating with him immediately after the shootout happened. After the people, I'm gonna just assume they the feds, because now look, he was putting me against this sister right here. He was basically lying on her, telling me that she was setting me up over the phone, all types of stuff. So he had my head twisted with this sister right here. He put all types of stuff, calling her Elaine, you know, the new Elaine Brown. She just doing, like, basically slandering the sister hard. Now back then he wasn't afraid to make his little fake documents. So he was more convincing back then. So Black Power Chief, 2 unidentified men tried to approach me a few days ago out of nowhere. Till I was trying to call him he wasn't answering the phone. Now immediately after this happened, he wasn't answering the phone, man. When that truck pulled up on me and I had to pull out, I had to shoot back just to get out of there alive. He wasn't answering the phone. I said, we recorded tap phone line, but he was tapping my phone. It wasn't her, trying to get me to say I had weapons or whatever. And I was really, that part kind of paranoid, because I think she just needed some protection or something. She was scared the queen was scared, whatever. It wasn't nothing like that. Like she was trying to, but you gotta understand, he twisted my head at this time. Hang up, it was beeping the whole time. Me and her was cool time, just explaining to him. But look, this whole, you gotta go into it. No response. You know, like he wasn't responding. He didn't respond for a while. No response, man. Like I'm supposed to be. I just got an assassin. Basically, somebody tried to kill me. Whether it was the feds, white supremacist group. If you go and see the videos that they did about us on YouTube, they got a lot of views. A lot of white supremacists making press. It could have been them, whoever. But I'm just gonna say this: it was the same type of vehicle. I couldn't get a clear shot, but I'm pretty sure the same truck that was following us, and it was that same truck and a very similar truck. The dude that got. The dude that got out the car, the dudes that got out the car, one of them, because they always try to shade they face, whatever. They try to basically come in and basically do what they do, you know, and like they wasn't scared to show their face because they thought it was over with. So I get no response from the supposed chief of the party or whatever, and this dude's a complete joke, man. How you gonna say that that we leaders here, you got our back, and then something like that happened and you don't say, you don't even, not that you don't do nothing, you don't even say nothing. You know, you don't even say anything about it. So let's go back to this real quick. Now, what kicked it off before that, this was a situation, that was all over the news where we got into a fight with the police. All right, this is after the march. Let me see here. What the heck can't be pre? Let me do it this way.
You know what I'm talking about? What you? It's cold outside. It's cold outside. But listen, we on the sidewalk. We on the sidewalk. We don't want to talk. We're not breaking the law. No, who's walking around? We got tables right there. I'm sorry. You heard him just say he saw my video? You heard that? Ain't nobody marching around.
Now look, they said they contradicted them, so they told them so. They said they got a call and they said they saw the video. They told me for my ID, but they already come and saying my name. It's a straight up setup.
You guys have to move. Why you grabbing on him? 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 Why are you grabbing on him? Hey, what are you doing? Why you grabbing on him? Why you grabbing on him? Hey, no, why you grabbing on him like that though?
So at that time, we started, I started fighting. There wasn't no choice. They was grabbing the brother up. They eventually came out with all their guns. That's when you see the picture of me put my hand up because there were kids around, whatever. But that was a straight up setup. The thing is that that's what Cointel is. That's what agents do. They try to knock off leadership and disturb leadership. If they can't get you in jail, they get you. We already talked about about my jail situation. They try to kill you. They try to get rid of us. I mean, Fred Hampton Jr. talked about it today, how deep it is. Like I said, make sure y'all check that out. Now, he knows, they do what's called psychological profiles. I got into a fight with the police when I was in college in the streets of La Crosse. I was playing football, and I was fighting by myself with no gun at that time. And I didn't get arrested because they was unlawful. Everybody saw it. All of them saw that they was messing with me for no reason. People was actually trying to get me to help sue them, but I was young and I wasn't there. I probably should have. I wasn't thinking. But information like that, the feds get that information. Even if they can't make an arrest, they track all of that. So he's knowing that if he sends the police out to disturb and they put hands, he know we gonna do something. You know I'm gonna do something at the very least. Other comrades gonna do something. They know who gonna react and who not. They know how to set people up. I wasn't gonna stand there and watch a comrade get jacked up and I wasn't gonna do that. I can't watch him do a video of George Floyd. No, I can't do that. I just can't go out like that. I'm sorry. So That's what happened. So when we go to that because this assassination thing is a consistent thing. This is a consistent thing. It's not just myself. It's not just myself, all right? I want y'all to check this out. Now, I had tried to say I was going to keep it, but this I forgot it was on my public page. People are always telling me about it. So the General Aziwa, who this show all started about, the great General Aziwa, okay? Let's look at this. And he probably saw this because, you know, they follow social media. This is what he said. And then we got even tighter after this. He was still RBP. He said, Jamal Cannon, I'm no fool, comrade. What I do is for our people. Can't abandon my command. Trying to withstand. And I was like, I called me. I was like, I understand. You know what I mean? You know, he was doing it for the people. That's the type of man he was, man. He was for the people. He wasn't about all the mess. All right. I know you are not general. This is one of the most powerful generals out there. You know, blah blah blah. Basically talking. And let me go back. Let me see. And he was talking about. Let me see here. Right there, it's hard to see blow up. He says, thinking of Jamal, thinking of trying to create a Black Panther Party here where I live. Read that. Thinking of trying to create a Black Panther Party where I live. Now, this was not that long before his death. Let that sit in. Like Tahaka Bay says, it's going to get a little serious, man. This is not too long before my comrade's death. And we was talking about different stuff. He was helping us out with the legendary Black Panther Party as far as thing we was doing in California. Okay? Man, this is hard to deal with, man. Because this got to stop, man. I told him I support him 1,000%. We linked up, man. It was all cool. You know? But you see, he's dead. He's dead. The brother I showed you that warned me. He's dead. He's dead. Let's go to this. We're going to talk about my other comrade. And you saw how Krystal put them in situations of danger. No real general puts people in situations of danger. This is my comrade. Rest in peace, General Hudari, Angelo Brown. He was shot and killed by the Bellevue police officers, was a Revolutionary Black Panther official. Okay? This man don't drink. All our content says he don't drink and nothing like that. Said he was drunk and it was just some crazy story how he got killed. All right. Now, they didn't even go out there right away. We didn't go out there to 6 months later, or a few months, maybe not even that long, but we didn't go out there to months later for our fallen comrade. And I'm gonna play something for y'all real quick, because y'all got to understand, when you going up against this type of stuff, you gonna record these snakes. They record us. Now, she was down with me recording it. I'm going to play something his sister said. She's going to speak on that. I'm going to play some other stuff he said because his sister is also the chief of staff for the party. All right? She's also the chief of staff for the party, man. So we just saw about General Hudari. Let's play what she said, what happened. She's going to describe what went down the night General Hudari was murdered. Let's go here. Let's go. I'm in the wrong photo. Excuse me, family. I'm in the wrong photo. She's going to describe what went down that night. I'm going to go to, let's see here. Might got to skip up here.
Tell me to go after the handsome men to get them in the party.
Wait, you talking about Ali? You talking about, well, it's fake.
We was doing a radio show, and he was like, General Hudari was supposed to get on the phone. So all of a sudden, somebody messaged me talking about check the page, and I'm looking and talking about rest in peace. So I said, Chief, I need to talk to you. Read your text. And I started crying, and I hung up the phone. And then he read the text, and he was like, what the fuck? And I'm thinking, bitch, you probably knew. Like, you probably said that. I don't trust that nigga. That's my brother, dog, from the same mother and father, and I don't trust him, dog. I don't.
Now, y'all hear that? She don't trust him. Now, y'all might be wondering, I'm going to break it down. Well, then, was she the one on the other shows kind of defend him and all that? I'm going to tell you why. Because what this agent does is he gets leverage. That's what agents do. They get leverage on people. This fool had leverage on his own sister. All right, let's go to that. We're going to go to that. We're going to go to that mark. He was. That's why she backed down, because she doesn't want to go to jail. Let me go to this.
I can find your address or however. I'm not dumb. You know, they put me in that place or whatever because I don't trust them. I'll figure out how to write you every fucking thing. I put his name, my mother name.
Let's go here. We're going to go here. Check this out. Listen to this. This is why she flipped. She didn't flip because she wanted to. We're going to listen.
Because I know the police probably coming to question me because he's trying to get me locked up for no reason, and it's fucked up because he told the girl to give him my money.
Y'all hear that? His own sister. This scumbag don't have no type of loyalty to nobody. And neither does Krystal Muhammad. That's why they rock together. Birds of a feather rock together. All right? So we just seen by the chief of staff, aka also his sister, we just heard her talk about she believed that he had something to do with our great comrade, the great general, rest in peace, general who died, Angela Brown. We love you. We're riding for you right now. And all our fallen comrades.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
So she's basically saying that he has something to do with that.
I want it back for you.
Wow.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That your research has been jumping around, but that one really shook me up right there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I gotta warm up to it, man. You know how it be. But that ain't it. That ain't it. Let's go. Let's continue. All right, so now when we went to St. Louis, okay? The armed march there in St. Louis. Now look, we didn't even do nothing for Angelo Brown, man. We was trying to who killed Darren. Now look, Darren Sims was a powerful brother. That was good. We did that, but it was nothing said about Angelo Brown. We had to like force it in there. He wasn't saying anything about Angelo Brown, and my comrades on the ground will attest to that. Not only that, where we was at in Central West End neighborhood, there's a military safe zone there, and he marched us into that safe zone where we could have got killed with no type of repercussions, and we got the heck out of there, the fuck out of there. Excuse my language. All right. That's what the headline was. It wasn't nothing about Angelo Brown. Now he made a couple comments, but he was trying to stay away from that situation, as his sister described. All right, he didn't really want no funk with that because he already knew what time it was. Now another sister, I don't know if she's gonna come forward. I won't say her name, but Angelo Brown, General Udari, was in love with his sister, and he in love with every damn thing, and more than women, which I'm gonna prove. This bisexual clown wanted her too. He wanted her too. He said on the call that sister was gonna be his wife, and he got murked. Not that long after, he got murked. I showed y'all the brother who it's a pattern here. Assassination. You saw General Aziwa. You saw it. Now when we went to St. Louis, this is what happened. It was all chaotic. This one of the brothers who was and actually chairman, he actually had to call Chairman Fred because he was trying to have us jump this brother. Edwin, I'm in the room. This is him right here. So this brother, as y'all know, he always do the technology stuff. This one of the brothers that was down there with us. They ain't stopping nothing. Edwin Chanel, they are fucking my page. You know the same stuff they always do. But let's get to this. I think he got a new page now. This was the one when this happened. This is the message that I got. So let me try to enlarge this. Damn it. Okay, there we go. So you saying no one reached for their guns? That's when we talking about we was about to surround them. False. Y'all surrounded me. We there supposed to be for Angelo Brown, but we up there. I wasn't with it. I was to the side, me and a couple, but it was only like a few. Actually, I did walk up on them. I didn't have no gun though, because I was like, we don't need to. It's our own people, man. What's going on? You know, like let's talk. You know, whatever. Like he had some other brothers trying to take his head off, man. Another black brother. He said, so we're saying that no one reached for their guns. That's false. Y'all surrounded me, and your sister started this mess. I'm about to clean it up. Y'all come to my city, dump on the Mason. It was a brother there was a Mason that was trying to run us over. Like I don't know where he came from. I believe Ali had him come because that's what operatives do. He got out the car. I'm gonna be honest with it. You know, I did. I fired on him. I hit him. You know what I'm saying? I was security. I was in security at that time. So I took him down, and everybody else, the whole group, we all jumped him. That did happen. We jumped the brother that tried to run. He tried to hit us with a car. He wasn't trying to direct. He was trying to go through the parade with a car. And so he said, y'all come to my city, dump on the Mason. Got into it with the Nation of Islam. What happened? He got into it. Here we go again. Same thing. Every group that's not his, he's against. The Nation of Islam brothers, he did get into it with them. Y'all think that's cool. And the reason I was nowhere to be found because y'all supposed to come back and pick me up. That brother, he didn't want that brother around because that brother had information on him. And we're going to get to that. I got recordings to that I'm about to release with your chief talking with Jerry Gator, talking, so it's whatever you want to do. We can take it and go. Now, Jerry Gator, he's a real dude. He wasn't down with none of that. But, you know, Ali is, he at this time, he was real arrogant. He was saying certain stuff. The stuff he said is more damaging than even the stuff we're showing. He basically was admitting he was a fast to us all the time. But, you know, that's what he was saying. We can take it and go for development, you know, whatever. So please, but basically, y'all see, we didn't go there for the far fallen Conrad, man. It was all chaos. It was all chaos. He went there and was, you know, trying to sleep with all the women. You know, tried to took a brother girl, that was on there. Somebody supposed to be having his back, tried to sleep with this woman. It wasn't nothing for our Conrad. We had like, what the hell, man? I mean, we enjoyed what we could and did what we could, but it wasn't nothing like that. It was all garbage. All right. Now, the thing is too, is that you got to understand when people are like that, right? When people are like this, they are disturbed. They recruit. Y'all saw how they recruit disturbed people to be operatives. Okay. They disturbed people. Now, I'm gonna go back into this because I'm gonna go back to this.
To go after
Let me go.
handsome men to get them in the party.
Wait, you talking about Ali? You talking about, well, you know, it's fake ass now. You talking about Ali? Ali was sending you that?
And before this baby shit said shit.
So he snitched on Joe.
Either.
I was wondering, when you was telling me the story, I was like, somebody had to snitch or something. It didn't sound right. So now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. So he snitched on you and him.
Yes, but that's not what he got arrested for. That's what's so crazy. This nigga found.
But you know, now that he on the run, you know he gonna snitch on every.
Look, he snitching on his sister, her boyfriend. He don't have no type of loyalty. His own family. This dude ain't really to be there. Now check this out, Ali. We all know you an agent. We know you an agent. We really ain't gotta do this show, man. But I'm gonna let your family, your blood, the chief of staff of your party, say what you actually is.
They don't trust you either. Right. They I know why they told me this, and they wanted me to go. They tried to get a case. They tried to set me up. But I didn't. That's why I didn't say nothing about him for a while. You know, other people was going to see him for me, and there wasn't no connection. They just did it on their own. You feel me? And was already knew the feds is doing that. Like that's the oldest trick in the book. Why are you exposing him? I mean, I know they thought I was done too. That's why they was arrogant. But I knew they was exposing him for like to try to set me to try to get me set up just in case I got out, you know, whatever. They set me up for trying to do something to him because he already working with him.
Right.
Yeah. So
right. Now let's keep going.
I peeped that game. Like he thought he had that as his backup plan. He got so much fear of me because he thought I was gonna go for the okie doke and I didn't right away. And when I came at him, it was a surprise.
Yeah. So when I came out of jail, I didn't even mention his name in a lot of videos because I already knew it was a setup. They was basically bragging. They didn't say his name, but they was bragging to me that when they come with this case against me, they was bragging. Like I thought that was like TV, man. Some stuff when you go through, that's why I don't never take nobody's story for granted, man. You'll realize, because you're going to realize it's real life. All right? Now, I heard about situations like they even had families that went through it, but till you go through yourself, you don't know. They real arrogant, man, against us. They don't want us to do nothing.
Like, he was like, whoa. And I knew shit. I had motherfuckers I already knew shit. I knew what he was saying. I knew the bullshit he was trying to pull. I knew what he was on already. I came out strong because I already knew this motherfucker was a bitch and an agent.
Yeah, he sure is.
And a snitch and the whole, this nigga.
Yep, he sure is. He sure is. And she confirmed it twice. She doubled down. He sure is.
Why they was arrogant, but I knew they was exposing him for like to try to set me to try to get me set up just in case I got out, whatever. They set me up for trying to do something to him because he already working with him.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Right.
So like I peeped that game. Like he thought he had that as his backup plan. He got so much fear of me because he thought I was gonna go for the okie doke and I didn't right away. And when I came at him, it was a surprise. Like he was like, whoa, and I knew shit. I had motherfuckers like, oh, you knew shit. I knew what he was saying. I knew the bullshit he was trying to pull. I knew what he was on already. I came out strong because I already knew this motherfucker was a bitch and an agent.
Yeah, he sure is.
Sure is.
This nigga the lowest scum of the fucking earth.
He is. And I agree with you 1,000%.
Agree 1,000%. If you doubt that's her voice, listen to the show. She called into Rocket Bay show. She identified herself already.
But we Aquarius, so that's how I know you're probably gonna hate me.
You know? You know? You did? You did? Come on, man, that's plain. They know his family know he an agent. He tried to get his own sister arrested. He got this because she still got the situation pending. The reason she called her trying to protect him is that she don't want to go to jail, man. Because that's all. Every situation we've been dealing with, we've been dealing with behind the scenes. The legendary Black Panther Party has been dealing with all these fools' crimes dolo. I was the only one coming out against this dude, really. It been people that came out before. I'm not saying the only, but that was coming out of like nobody really came with the proof that he was an agent. When I dropped that on Facebook, you saw they tried to clean it up. I already went through that. They tried. Now he got something on his record. Because I talked about that on the Facebook, how his record was sealed. The video he got shut down. You see what they did to the Wikipedia. Talking Bay showed that. Talking Bay showed that. Now I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna play something else. We're gonna go straight to it. I'm gonna play something else, man. That ain't all. That ain't all, fam.
Tell me to go after the handsome men to get them in the party.
Wait, you talking about Ali? You talking about, well, it's fake ass now. You talking about Ali?
I promise to God of my life, he hated you but you did. Because he knew I was serious about you. He knew. And he hated you. I'm not going to lie to you. I promise to God of my life, he hated you. Because you were handsome and he felt like you was a threat.
Yeah.
I promise to God.
Now, that's key. Listen to that. She said, because I was handsome, and that's her opinion. I may or may not be. Who cares? I'm too busy looking at beautiful Black women to judge myself. That's the key right there. Because if the sister come forward and tell the story, same General Hudari, when he got assassinated, that event happened before that. He's a real jealous dude. He got a Napoleon complex because he wants to have every single woman in the party possible. He only recruit women. All you do all day is sit around and recruit women to join the party. That's all he do. I done seen them do it. That's all he do. And he try to find men who can validate him or like stamp him, or men he can control. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the thing. Now, when you say why we record or whatever, like I said, man, I went to jail. My life got attempted. People still following this dude, calling me why. I gotta get the gist out there, man. We can't be fighting. You can't fight nuclear bombs with a handgun, bro. Come on. Come on, man. You can't do that. And that's what it is. Now we're gonna let me let that continue. Let me let that continue a little bit.
He hated you, and it's weird because it's like he's jealous of handsome men. It's weird. But Nazir, I think that was boyfriend.
Gotta be.
Whoa, y'all hear that? Nazir, the dude that be with him all the time. his boyfriend. Others said somebody practiced sex magic. So this dude got different levels of manipulation, man. When you practice sex magic, look it up. The Alexander Crowley sex magic, right? It requires you to get to a certain level to have anal sex with men. You don't believe me? Look it up. That's why he liked it in the butt from that one chick. You understand? This brother is a total disgrace. And we ain't got the time to go through everything with this clown. Everything with this clown, man. It's a whole list. Now, you see Krystal Muhammad coming out defending this. After we dropped all the evidence, still defending him. Because like I told you, when he got made, you got to go up under somebody. She is protection right now. Y'all see what time it is with her? I didn't have to say too much of her. Tahaka Bay went in on that. This dude, woman beater, trying to call me a woman beater. I don't got no woman beater, bisexual, womanizer. It goes on and on with this guy, man. Because that's who they recruit. They recruit these individuals who are messed up in the head that they can always get dirt on. That's why they recruit these guys to be operatives and agents. All right? He'll snake his own sister, man. He'll snake his own sister. You feel me? And then this fool, let me show you why I believe he's an actual agent or he has access to agents. I want you to hear this real quick. Why I think it may be even deeper than just being an operative. He's at least has, which, you know, probably Krystal Muhammad, has direct access to, let me see here. Oh, by the way, she told me to record this. I'll play it for y'all, for everybody that's talking. She told me to record this and she'd go on the show and expose him. She told me that, but she bagged out because she didn't want to go to jail. Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
But he said, okay, the last time he made the video, he was like, remember I told you he begged me to call you and tell you to take it down, and I lied and told him that you didn't after the phone. He's talking about, I'm calling the police. And I was like, well, what you gonna do?
So he called the police on me about a Facebook video?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. He said, I'm calling the police. I was like, you can't call the police on a Facebook video. He was like, yes, I can.
Oh.
I'm going to charge him with harassment and bullying.
Charge.
Oh my God.
He's going to charge me. He didn't say he's going to tell you. He said, I'm going to charge him. All right? I'm going to charge him. Because unfortunately, it's not funny, but we got comrades that he got charges on right now, man. This dude has to go. He got to go, man. He got to go. Now let's go to this right here. Oh, I went to the wrong thing. Give me a second. Let's skip past that. Let's get to here. For whatever reason, I don't know what the hell wrong with the sound. Let me see. Anyways, I think we get the point here. Try to get the sound back, but I think we get the point here, family. I think we see what it is. All right? I think we see what it is. We see what time it is. Now I'm saving some stuff because they want to steady keep talking. They want to steady keep talking, and it's like, dude, it's so much on you. Like Tahaka Bay was saying, so many victims. It's so many people that got receipts. Listen, shout out to the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, man, because them brothers was helping me get through this a lot. All right? And there's some brothers in there that got real receipts on them. They don't want to come forward and like that because they feel like whatever, you got it. But it's some brothers in Dallas that got, man, you think, well, this is nothing compared to what they got. Nothing. What I'm showing y'all. They got actual factual work on this dude. You know what I mean? And the thing is this, man. We are under attack, family. Please understand that, because once Alli Muhammad is out the way, they're gonna send someone else. They're gonna keep sending them. That's why we gotta smarten up. That's why Moorish World TV, you gotta be thankful for them putting out they're not doing the biased platform to call out agents. They're putting out the real information for the people. This is important.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, brother. I definitely I get the gist of it, and I like to let everybody know. Y'all know my brother Jamal is getting used to presenting, but I want to know if y'all get the gist of what he presented. Especially, I'm telling you, when you hear somebody family member, you know, there's a strong chance that the same people that accuse me of domestic violence there's a strong chance they're going to be met with the person that they committed an assault against right here on Moorish World TV. The same person that accused me of that, I'm going to bring their victim here. Yeah. See, I'm going to bring the receipt with the victim here and let the victim tell the story. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Show the receipts where I'm guilty of these things. Show the receipt. Bring the victim. In fact, I might even do you better. I might even bring the BM on the show and they say I domestic violenced you. She's like, boy, you brought me on here for that.
I do the same thing. Because come on, man.
But with that being said, family, I think is one of the most critical points that you also pointed out. One of the most critical points that you also point out. And I will invite anybody, I'm going to say it again, with all of the accusations that have been made against me, the same way I just removed myself out of the camera and allowed Jamal to give a presentation, I will invite anybody that can prove that I have 11 domestics and 11 convictions and child abuse and convictions right here on Moorish World TV. I will invite anybody to give a presentation. You have to show that, though. Don't come up here and talk about, because back in 1982, somebody called the police. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Right.
None of that. If you got the record, like they keep on flashing that little piece of paper. If you got the record, bring it up. Why don't they never just show? Look, conviction here. Why don't they never show that? Why are they just talking?
I want them to go into mine because I can break it down. It's gonna see they only making it worse because with these false accusations because it just shows more that they false.
But now let me show you this. Bro, you did something that I was working on, right? And I seen what you just saw. But play this for the people and see if they can catch it.
What is public? It is public property. We ask you to move behind the fence. Move over there. It's a public building doing business on. It's a public building. All right, nobody
And we are going to stop right about now.
Look at that. Soon as the customers fell back.
Now, how in the world can that be a leader of an armed resistance movement? Is that a true leader of an armed resistance movement? You got all of these guns, but the first thing you do is this. What's the guns for? What's the guns for? Just don't make sense to me. She pushed her own follower away and then put her hands up.
Right.
Why am I the bad guy in all of this? Why somebody that supports and endorses Crystal, why don't they question that? Beyond me. Zen Suda said, I didn't see any firearms out. You ain't gonna see none out. You ain't gonna see none out. Because that area, they probably couldn't have none there. But if you go in there into a hostile environment, you should have something. Are you going there to protest, or are you going there for resistance?
Mm-hmm.
Because you was out armed with a taser. You was beat with a taser. Listen, all of the guns walking around, all of the posing and threatening me, threatening all the people that might come out, you were beat with a taser. And bony little Europeans and a couple nerdy brothers with tasers. With tasers. This is supposed to be a resistance organization. Come on, man.
Pathetic. And look how the cops just fell back without being touched. They had instructions. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to make it look like that. That's why I was going to the article about the stage demonstrations. And those fake terrorist plots, they stage stuff all the time. So you got to follow the trail. You can't just look at the arrest or her putting her hands up. It's deeper than that. This was a stage. She brought them there intentionally to get them brothers and sisters arrested, man.
Yeah.
Because that's how she gets paid.
But let me tell you something. When you go through the criminal record, which I might go through, when you go through the criminal record, you see a lot of trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
And the trespassing is associated with what you see right there. What? Bringing people into an area, she get a trespass, go. They got everybody named now. They got everybody named. They got everybody address. They got everybody fingerprints. And now you're in the database.
You labeled a black identity extremist now officially.
So if something was to really kick off, you being rounded up first. Because you are easily identified. And everybody that was with Grandmaster Jay will get rounded up first. Just say if some civil unrest was to happen. All of those tough talk that these people talk on the internet, when civil unrest happen, man, they're going to be just like this.
Yep.
95%. They're going to be just like this. You see how easy she put her hands up?
I mean, you see what we did. You see what we did in Milwaukee. We didn't put. We got into it with them. Like I was.
Hold up, I gotta see that one more time. Look at this.
Public property. It is public.
Watch her hand.
We ask you to
This is
property.
Over there.
It's a public building doing business. It's a public building.
All right, nobody wants. We ask you to move behind the fence. Over there.
It is public. It is public property.
We ask you to move behind the fence. Over there.
It's a public building doing business.
This is the standoff.
All right, nobody wants.
This is self-defense.
And we are going to stop right about now.
Here's your leader. But look at bro right here. Bro, he dipping. He out of there. Yeah, he don't know what the heck going on. Like, hold up. He like, what I sign up? But look at homeboy. Homeboy out of there.
Hey, man. He was going. He was like,
I'm gonna make the face like Jordan. You know how Jordan got the joint like that? This gonna be the Hall of Fame.
Hey, his hat off his head and everything. His hat off his head and everything. He was out of there. He came out the hat. He was done. He was like, the hell with this? I see what time this is.
Dagnabbit.
You gotta find him. Dude. Go.
That just hit me. I was like, hold up. Who is that right there behind the flag? Oh my God, man. Oh, we gonna clown this tomorrow. Oh, we're going to examine quite a few videos tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hold up real quick. Let me finish up with this. That was funny. But look at homeboy, right? He looking like that little Martin boy.
Right.
Look at homeboy.
Hey, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, he got the full motion. You know, like you know, it's a run track. He in full motion. He ain't joking. He like, I'm out. That's a meme, man.
Training
That's
dude.
a meme.
This is their response. Let me say something. I have training in my house to respond to even a pull-up. Trust me on that one.
But they weren't trying to do that. They're trying to get an arrest, bro.
That's what that was about. I want
to come out. You got arrested. I guarantee you.
Where he going? He out of there.
He out of there.
Hold on, let me finish. That's funny. Hold on.
Now.
Okay. Reiterate that. Now watch this. There's your leader. There's your leader. There she go. But she call them pigs. The pigs. We was fighting the pigs. We stood off with the pigs. Know what you did? You put your hands up with the pigs. And you know that you in cahoots with the pigs, so the pigs ain't taser you. Why didn't they tase you? They ran and tased everybody else.
And you can't say because she's a woman, because the other sister that was half her side.
They tased everybody. Why did they tase her? Why didn't they tase her?
Yeah, it was a hoe test, all right, and they failed. They the hoes.
Yeah, Shaw.
They failed. They the hoes. I wish they would pull up. I wish the law's different here, baby. The law's different here. It's castle law here. Pull up if you want to.
But you don't do nothing while they got you on camera.
I ain't gonna do nothing. It's not against the law for me to defend myself. If they come here, it's castle law, and that's within a certain range and feet.
See here, you gotta. I ain't gonna tell you what you gotta do. I just let somebody do it.
They don't want that though. They don't want that. They won't give me that Christmas gift.
Pushing her own comrade.
Push him out the way. She's protected. Now listen, she's protecting him from the officers behind her. The officers behind her just fell out. She's protecting. She's protecting
the officers.
She's protecting the officers, man. She's defending the police. Come on, man. Don't get more plain than that. This dude Alli, own sister, just said, yeah, he's an agent. Yes, that's what he is. That's what he does. I work with him. That's what he does. Flat out plain. It ain't really, man. They done, man. They done.
But you know what? because they chose to go. I'll say this. It's a friend of Moorish World TV that reached out to Krystal as recent as yesterday and said, y'all need to stop this. He wanted me to stop. And I say, brother, pretty much, I'm not slandering. I'm pretty much just putting out receipts, the facts, you know what I mean? And the victims need a voice. So this is not no dirty mudslinging thing. This is something that needs to be eradicated.
Yeah. So you posted an agent skate, man. Come on, all that. Come on, man.
I say this is supposed to be this needs to be eradicated out of our community. Period. Point blank. Now, he said he was going to reach out to her. Good. He's a friend of the show. He reaches out to her, and she is so crazy that she says that she's going to do another show. And that was the show last night, right?
Big mistake.
The funny part is they have so many infractions against our people and have abused our people trust so much. She should have took that and say, okay, I'm gone. I'm moving on. I'm going to pass out food and look for the next tragedy and go stand out front and just left it alone.
Hey, but talking
about ego.
I want to ask you a question. Why would any other, let's keep it real, these shows is being done, so much been exposed, right? Why would anyone want to keep going after that unless they wasn't getting paid, man? They got a battery in their back. They are getting paid. Come on, let's be real. It's been, and it's still left. It's not even done. And I don't even want to, I'm trying to move on, do the work. We got great programs going on. It's so much being done right now that's positive. I'm trying to get back to. I'm trying to stay up, but they want to keep up the madness because they're getting paid.
My thing is this: from this day forward, you know what I'm saying? From this day forward, I will probably do about 2 more presentations just to solidify.
Yeah.
So the public can know. But my platform is open for the victims.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not going to silence the victims.
Right, you can't do that.
I'm not going to silence the victims.
They've been waiting a long time. They've been waiting a long time.
That's what I was going to say. Before Moorish World TV, they had scratched the surface on resolution. They had scratched the surface on exposing this madness. But the head always grew back. It always grew back, it seemed like it. You know what I mean? And so even when Alli was on that radio show, you know what I mean? And I think it was in your neck of the woods, on that radio show with the guy. Yeah. The exposure came out then, but it always seemed to grow back. But this time, we're not going to let it grow back.
No, it ain't happening this time.
We're not going to let it grow back. We're going to have to jump off, and I don't care if it's 150 and it's only one person in the chat. We're going to be here until every victim wants to tell their story and it's heard. That's just what it is.
Absolutely.
It could be just me and Sean and Cryptonomics sitting here listening to 150 victims. Until all the victims are exhausted, they will have a voice here on Moorish World TV.
And that's important. And we appreciate you for that, Grand Sheik, because I've been overwhelmed over years with victims of this man. And I've been doing the most I can. The fact that you opening this up for them, helping them get some relief, and we're getting that exposure out there. We saw, I hope y'all understand, it might have been all over the place at first, but please pay attention, go back. This is all needed. Just off that Facebook video I did, the feds went back and changed his background, added that to his background. You understand? So they're moving away from him. That's why he's so tight on the crystal. This exposure he's being made, he's going to be no good. So this is needed for these victims, for these people. This being made. So if that happened off a Facebook video, my personal page, what you think will happen with this? Oh,
well, I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. We had this problem in the Moorish community. We had a guy named Shalimar Bey. Never forget it. Google.
I heard that
Shalimar Bey. He pops out of nowhere, right, and start talking this crazy Moorish talk. This Moorish consulate that the police can't do this and the police can't do that. This is my land. This is all that. And I get all of that. I get it. No problem. But you are engaging people and trying to excite people to do something that you won't do. You can't excite people to challenge police with guns, to challenge police within their authority if you are not challenge them with the people that you're teaching this. That's a red flag. Yeah, the right to travel stuff. It's a red flag. And so I exposed this guy so bad. I did some research on him. I found out he was friends with George Bush. I found out that he was talking this Moorish pro-black, quote-unquote stuff, Moorish stuff. He was in love with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed European riding around in a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rabbit hole went deep, deep, deep. It went so deep that one day he said, I'm not Moorish no more, and left the scene. We ain't heard him since. Because
only reason Eileen left because he trying to get that payday, that big payday.
Well,
and like I want to say one thing because somebody asked in the chat about the like situation and buying likes. Tahaka Bay already broke that down real good. It ain't just him. Any of these operatives through because social media is a new fuel now. So they want to appear to be bigger as they are, have influence because people, they'll go, oh, he got these many likes, or that he did it for you. He didn't just do it for Facebook. He did it for YouTube. He did it for the 2 videos he got on YouTube. He bought views and likes for them. That's propaganda. They're trying to prop themselves up.
Oh, yeah. I got receipts where he's instructing people to buy likes.
Yeah, he did that routinely. That was like a routine thing for him.
He's buying likes. I'm talking about literally call the Indian guy so we can get some likes on this post.
Right.
Yeah. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? But I'm going to tell you, tomorrow we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to have some fun with it tomorrow. That's right. I don't know how many times they're going to call me a child abuser. I don't know how many times they're going to call me a domestic violencer. I made that one up. But I got new information. It keeps coming. It's the gift that keeps
I like that they doing that because it just helps me cut that up. I can just go disprove it. He don't got nothing on me and it's killing him.
I'm going to say this.
It's killing him. Like nothing on me.
I'm going to say this. And I'm going to drop it at this. Anything you want to say before we go?
I just want to say Black Pride, Revolutionary Love. Shout out to Morris World TV. Like I said, had a chance to sit down during the interview with the great Chairman Fred today. Make sure y'all check that out on Revolutionary Radio. The posters on my Facebook. I might be saying the name of the song, but it'll be out Monday. And just y'all understand, please, that we have to do a better job of understanding that our victims, especially the black woman, because the majority of these videos, some brothers and all the brothers had cases, but the black woman, the amount of disrespect and disregard and the amount of savagery that he did to black women cannot go undealt with.
Absolutely.
And that's what got him kicked out of my city. That's why I kicked him out. Now the Moors and other brothers told him to get out. He didn't want to. He went and hiding. So I went and got his. We can't have brothers abusing our women, man. Our women go through enough. So on behalf of the black woman, we here for you. We stand for you. We appreciate you. We love you. We got your back. We won't let this go down. Shout out to Louisville, Louisville RBPP that was on yesterday. They did a great job. Definitely, look forward to trying to link with them brothers and sisters. They doing great work. Now, the crazy thing is I knew about them because I knew about them. They might not know about me, but I knew about them before Ali went there. When he went there, I knew it was going to be trouble. I was like, they serious there. I already knew. Like, I know Ella didn't know that. I was like, that's not going to go well. But he went there anyway. That's how you know, man, he getting paid to do. He getting paid to go to, because he's going in the dangerous spots. And we just go back to the article I put up. These operatives even endanger themselves. He has no loyalty but to himself. He's just trying to get money and sex. He's not. He ain't even loyal to women. He sleeps with men as well. So these type of characters, we cannot have in our community. We cannot allow that to just be listen. I understand some of y'all saying this looks bad. Who cares how we look to the oppressor? We got to clean our house up.
We got to clean it. We got to
clean house first. Who cares why we want to look good to them? Why we want to care about them, what they saying about us? Who cares? They don't care about us either way it go.
Let me tell you something. If we don't clean it up, it's going to look funky anyway. It's going to smell funky.
Right.
If you don't see it, you're going to smell it.
every successful revolution got rid of the traitors first, fam. I mean, do your research. They didn't have Ali Muhammad's and Krystal Muhammad's moving around.
Let me give a big shout out to Dolores Taylor in the chat, super supporter of the Moorish World TV platform. Also, a friend of mine, I haven't seen him in the platform, but lately, but M. Nugent, great supporter of the platform. Cryptonomics, AJ Fraser, yourself, Candy Chambers. I want to thank y'all and all of those, Sean, Faith Speaks, Nikki Love, everybody who, if I miss you, my apology, Demetrius. I want to thank y'all because I'm going to tell you, family, in putting out this information, it's really hard on, not on me per se, but even my family. Can you imagine what my family feel? You know what I'm saying? Somebody standing in front of their house. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm still pressing forward. Do you know what I mean? Because I know we got a bigger mission. You know, can you imagine what my wife feel? You know what I mean? My wife a soldier for real. Don't sleep. Yeah, Harriet Tubman ain't the only one that'll pull it on you. But with that being said, the point that I'm making is that there's a lot of working parts in this that is bigger than just turning on a camera and coming and presenting this information. There's a lot of ripple effects that happen. A lot of people that agree with Krystal that may be upset with me, but haven't looked at the research or haven't taken time to even consider that there might be something credible in what I'm saying. And then
you know what? I'm gonna be real with you, man. I was disappointed with Krystal, like seeing her reveal herself and looking her up and all of that. Like, that was disappointing because we, as you was already mentioning, man, we need strong sisters, you know, out here in the forefront. And like that was really that was more hurtful, man. That's why I really didn't even. I just basically showed the link with Ali and all that. I didn't really want to get to because that's like that hurt worse, man, than even Ali. To be honest with you, like Ali, he's just a piece of shit. I mean, we know what he is, but that hurt.
I'm gonna sign off with this. You know, there's a lot of working parts, family. There's a lot of working parts. There's a lot of people that's affected. Even, you know, like I said, my family, those who love Sister Krystal that did not know or really still don't want to believe that something is not right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AJ Fraser, great supporter.
Absolutely.
I just want to say, family, that you know, this work is not for everybody. You know, this is just not for everybody. The victims will have a voice here, and I will tell you this: I don't want to see anybody get hurt behind this. You know, too many people have already been hurt behind this. I don't want to see anybody get hurt behind this. It's time for us to heal, but we still got people that's out there that need to be heard, and they need to lift this burden off their soul.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They need to lift this burden off their soul. But I tell you this, and I'm going with this, and I'm going to end it with this. I got the written word from Ali accusing his own wife for his son situation.
Well, that ain't new. He traded on his other wives too. He did his. Yeah. Like I said, it's more receipts I got. This dude needs to sit down. I'm just warming up. These two exposure episodes just to warm up. We need to sit his ass down. Man, on his own life.
The way that they tried to use, he had his children on the show. Putting them in the conversation of adults. And I have the receipt where he's telling someone else, blaming it on his wife.
We got to get these dudes out of the community, man. We can't have these dudes.
People got to be careful when they start making these fake accusations about domestic violence, about child abuse, because now it's going to get to the nitty gritty. And I'm bringing receipts. I'm just not talking.
Now check this out. You try to talk about restraining orders, right? The one I got, because I didn't want to bring my family into, because them even worse receipts. He used the police. He told my ex at the time to get the restraining order. for the custody case and the police that he was working with, because I got deep. We got proof of the police he was working with saying there's all types, man. He don't want to go there. He don't want to go there. Like, he set that up, and I ended up having a baby with her after that. So we know that was bull because she was just trying to get leverage. We had a baby after that, and like, so that's the type of stuff that they do, and it got dismissed anyway.
And let me close with this. And then I'm gone for real. Many people might say, well, what happens after this? After you expose, after you do, what happened after this? We are going to have a healing retreat.
No doubt. We down support
a celebration of a new awakening.
Absolutely.
So we can come together and do this right. So I am going to organize it from the desk of Moorish World TV, that all the victims or all of those who have witnessed these tragedies, that we'll be able to come together and we'll be able to have workshops with some meditation doctors, some meditation specialists, if you will. You know what I mean? Some spiritualists.
Right.
You know, and whatever we can use to try to bring out that murky ether, to get rid of it and move on.
And any victim, don't worry about if you got to make. We're gonna do what we can is make sure you get there and make sure it's good.
And I tell you, security will be top notch.
Absolutely,
it will be top notch. We will be safe. It will be 24-hour security, 24-hour armed security. You will be safe because we're going to get this healing on. And that's what it's all about. We're just not going to talk about the problem. We're going to bring a solution and resolution and move forward. That's what I want this platform to be about. So with that being said, family, many of us will be meeting each other for the first time. I hope y'all are just not on Moorish World TV as a spectator. I hope that y'all want healing in our community. I hope that y'all want us to do better. Hope for Alli to do better. Hope for a Krystal Muhammad to do better. And not those Alli and Krystal Muhammad that we're talking about in the media, but it's another one that's about to grow. There's another Krystal Muhammad that's forming right now.
Yeah.
We change their trajectory. There's another Alli that is growing right now in the hood. Are we able to change that energy and redirect it? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Not just a gossip platform, but a platform that's going to bring resolution. So with that being said, Jamal, I appreciate you.
No, brother, appreciate you. Hey, salute to my fallen comrades who didn't make it. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I made it to tell y'all story. But like, salute, man. Rest in power, General Dari. Rest in power to Brother Keith Muhammad. Rest in power to Brother Aziwa. Anybody I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. But like, you know, rest in power to them brothers. And we're gonna keep moving, man. You ain't going in vain, brothers. You ain't going in vain. We know you're here with us.
Let me say this too. Let me say this to the distinguished Issa. He said, why not reparations instead of retreat? This is what the retreat is about. It's about repairing us. It's about repairing us. That's what it's about. Reparations start with self first. If you don't repair yourself,
we gotta rep ourselves first.
yeah, if you don't repair yourself, then anything that you get from a monetarily or physical perspective that's handed to you in a form of reparation, you're just going to squander it or use it to kill yourself anyway. So we're talking about reparations of self, repairing ourselves first. That's what it's all about. So salute, peace and love, family. I'm out. On the East Coast. We're going to have some jokes. I ain't have too many tonight because I wanted Jamal to do his thing, and I think he knocked it out the park. But we'll see what you say in the comment section. Always thumbs up. Always leave a comment in the comment section after the show because the haters will come and the haters will troll. And they will leave comments that I will be forced to delete. Salute, family. Peace and love.
Salute. Appreciate you, Grand Sheik.